What's going on, guys? Car Review Guys here. My name is AJ, and today we are back in the 2022 Camry XSE Hybrid. Today we're going to talk about what is it like to live with a Camry in a 2022 in specific, and it being hybrid, obviously. So we're going to go through what is it like living with this car day to day. So we're going to like put some golf clubs in the trunk here after a bit. I'm going to have to do a little bit later, so it might get a little dark, but it's okay. We'll put some lighting on it for you guys. And we'll kind of go through like just some of the little quirks and features and different stuff of this car. But without further ado, let's jump into this video. Let's roll. Alrighty, so starting off, we're just going to take this car for a little drive. Starting off right here, we're coming to a stop sign. You have a few different modes here. So as you can see there, you have normal. Well, okay, if I point to the normal, sport, and eco. Obviously, you can leave it in eco if you want, but I mean, I don't know if you're necessarily always going to really drive with that. It starts out in normal whenever you start the car. And then after that, then generally you're going to want to put it in sport. And you'll see the indication right up here, right up there. It says sport. So that's what you're going to want in this car. Again, even in sport, this car is getting like 47 mpgs, to be honest. So I mean, it's not like it's going to hurt you being in sport, like you may think it will or won't. The other option that you do have in this car is there's an EV mode, which you can see right here, EV mode. I believe that will stay all EV, and I think it's under 20 miles an hour. So as soon as you go over 20 miles an hour, then it's basically going to kick on the motor. So I guess it's practical in some scenarios, but I don't know.
Run out of gas.
Yeah, I guess if you run out of gas, yeah, that's a good point. If you run out of gas, then you can definitely get yourself to a gas station. I don't even know how far that lasts. Maybe like 2 miles, maybe? I don't know. I will maybe search and put it in the description below for you guys, because that is one actually interesting thing. So obviously, besides gas mileage, you guys want to see space, which I will show you here shortly. But kind of similar to the other videos, I've showed you kind of the 5 things, love, hate, and all that stuff. But let's go over acceleration. I've not done any pulls. It's in sport. All right, and to the floor. Okay, not bad. I mean, it's certainly pretty responsive. You can see kind of the jump as to how quick it goes. On the left-hand side, that is not a tack. It kind of is a tack, but not really. So as you can see there, it says charge, eco, and power. So your eco is your green. So like right now, I'm not really accelerating. I'll try to get it a little better. There you go. So your power is like if it fully kicks on, see? So now it's using the gas. And then if you lighten up, then it's going to be much better. So right now it's charging. And if I hit the gas just a little bit, it's going to go into eco. So it's kind of just showing you your driving habits and how, you know, I guess good or bad you are doing. So moving on in this car, what is it like to be with this car, right? So this car is optioned to where it does have navigation. You have your navigation right here. You can just touch it on the right hand side. It's nice and big, which is exactly what you would want in this car. Again, I kind of covered this in some of my other videos if you want to watch those. The touchscreen is really responsive. So like I'm hitting the actual button right there, but like if I go to radio, it's there. I hit home, and then if I go to nav, like I'm clicking basic things, but I mean it is really responsive, which is exactly what you want. Down here you've got your heating and cooling controls, dual temperature, as you can see there, sync and auto. So for your passenger right now it's at 74, as you can see. It's in the mode auto. Down here you do have heated seats, and then your heated steering wheel is over here actually on the left hand side, as you can see right there. So yeah, it does have some nice amenities. I mean, it's missing some items like cooled seats, but that is an option. You can get cooled seats. It does not have memory seating, so that is kind of troublesome in living with this car, just because, you know, in my case, if my wife is gonna drive this car, then she has to move it every single time because she's a little bit taller than me. So yeah, it's definitely something to consider in this car in a, you know, daily aspect, if you will. So anyway, let me get up here and get parked, and like I said, the sun might drop on us, so it might be a little darker whenever we cut to it, but I'm going to show you what golf clubs look like in the back of this car, so you can actually see what is trunk space really like. Not everyone golfs, but you get the ideas of the space. So we'll cut to that clip in just a second. So we are back in the garage now, and I wanted to show you guys what golf clubs fit like in there. But as part of living with this car, obviously, in this video, the one thing that I did notice that is odd to me, at least with this car, the trunk button actually, whenever you come around the back, usually it's like this big button and it's in the middle of the trunk and it's really easy to find. This car, not at all. So if you come to this car, it's on the very left-hand side. That's the keyhole on the left-hand side. Knowing my left from rights, that'll help. So,
hey Patrick, what am I now?
Stupid?
On the right-hand side, it literally is identical to the keyhole as far as like size, basically, and it's a little teeny tiny button. Let me see if I can show you. Let me try here. I don't know if you can see it or not. It may or may not turn up on camera. Anyway, it's really small, so you press that, and then it'll open up. So with that said, let me start showing you how much room is in the trunk of this car. So let's grab a golf bag. Let's put it in there. All right, so this is like a normal kickstand bag, as you can see here. So this is almost like a PGA bag. It's massive. It's really heavy, so let me get it in the trunk. All right, so here's what it looks like. So we come over here. The one thing you have to account for in the Camry is these arms, just a little bit on both sides. So you got to kind of watch to see how much height you've got in here, but you've still got a ton of room back here. Oh, the lighting's terrible. I apologize for that, but there's still room to probably fit a third golf bag, to be honest with you. And then obviously you still have room for like golf shoes and everything in there. But as you can see, we can even shut this. Just like that. Pop it up. So 2 fit easily, 3 would be really, really close. And now we have a light back there. You can see a little bit more. I mean, it's pretty deep. You still have space back there. Obviously, it gets narrower towards the back, but I mean, overall, pretty good space. All right, and like I was saying, one of the other things about living with a hybrid is obviously turning it on and off. So we step into the car here. Not sure if you can hear the slight hum. I don't know if you can hear it or not, so I stayed quiet there. Let me know if you can hear it in the comments below. Very, very quiet. Now, so I'm gonna put it in reverse just really quick, just because I gotta put the car in the garage. Okay, so here we are. We're here. Now I'm going to turn the car off, and this is what it does. That's it. Like that. That's it. Like it just does this little thing. Lights come on. As you can see, it just now went off. And yeah, I mean, that is literally all the car does. So it's really quiet. So it's one thing you got to get used to as a hybrid. And it sounds funny, but you got to remember, you turn the car off. If you do in the event forget to turn the car off, when you step out, you're going to go to lock the car. Whenever you lock the car, it is going to chime and not let you lock the car. And you're going to go, why? And then you'll go in and you'll be like, oh yeah, I left the car on, haha. So, long story short, that's honestly the life of living with a Camry Hybrid. It has really good room, as you saw. You can fit golf clubs in it, no issues, which that just gives you size perspective as to how big that trunk is. You have plenty of space in the back seat, as you can see right there. You could easily have, 6'3" and 6'3" front and back, and it would be absolutely fine. There'd be no issues with that. So your cargo space is kind of limited. Your like console and then like your door space. So like right in here is like really narrow. Like, I mean, like literally, like I can't even fit 2 fingers, like literally. And then your water bottle, it doesn't even fit a water bottle because it's too short. So it is lacking in that. So I don't know if that's important to you. I don't think it's a huge deal, but to some, it may be. So that's something to consider with this car if this is what you're looking to buy. But again, last but not least, this car is about gas mileage. And when it's averaging like 47 miles to the gallon, it's hard to beat this car. You're in like the 35K roughly range, depending on MSRP, markup, and all that good stuff. And, a little added on option type deal. Maybe a little bit more if you get like the heads up display option and stuff like that as well. So anyway, I think that pretty much sums up today's video. If you guys have any specific questions on this car, just let me know what you want to know. And if I don't know, then I'll figure out and I'll respond to you whenever I can. But just like that, I'm going to catch you guys on the next one. Peace.